How's it going, YouTube? JaxxMTG here once again with another deck tech. Now, if you notice, this looks very similar to the blue-white deck tech I posted a couple weeks ago. However, we've got some notable changes. What you see here is an updated version. This is called Caw Blade. It's kind of the evolution of caw-go that Brian Kibler played at Worlds last year. I'll go ahead and jump right in. First off, we've got 8 creatures: the 4 Squadron Hawk, the 4 Stoneforge Mystic. These guys are great because the Squadron Hawks can carry your equipment that you fetch with Stoneforge, and they also function as chump blockers until you can drop the big guys and just take them out. Here we've got our 2 equipment that Stoneforge fetches. We got Sword and Feast and Famine, which is absolutely ridiculous. Basically, every time you hit someone with this when it's equipped, you force them to discard a card and you get to untap all your lands. So it basically lets you play like a Jace and a Gideon on turn 5. Jace, play one of them pre-combat, attack, untap your lands, play the second one post-combat. So that's pretty nice. Silvok Lifestaff's just in there. For the aggro matchup, it's a nice way to gain life when you're chump blocking with your Squadron Hawks. Down here we've got our sorceries. We've got 4 Preordained to dig for the Stoneforge, or a land or whatever, and then 4 Day of Judgment just to wipe the board. Here we've got our counter suite. We've got 4 Spell Pierce, 3 Mana Leak, a Deprive, and a Stoic Rebuttal. The reason the Mana Leak's down to 3, Spell Pierce is up to 4. Basically, we're not too worried about countering creatures unless it's like a Primeval Titan. So Spell Pierce is really good because it can hit like Valakut when they're trying to use Explore or Cultivate. So that's really effective there. Deprive and Stoic Rebuttal just for some hard counters. Up here we see our Planeswalker suite. We got 2 Jace Mind Sculptors, 2 Jace Bellerins. Again, the Bellerins would be Mind Sculptors if I could afford them. Down here we got 3 Gideon Juros. This guy's just nuts against aggro. He completely shuts them down for at least 1 turn, lets you recover. And I mean, pair him with Celestial Colonnade and you have him on a 2-turn clock, 10 damage a turn. So he's pretty nuts. Mana base here, we've got 1 Scowling Tarn, 4 Colonnades, 4 Seachrome Coast, we've got 4 Glacial Fortress, 4 Tectonic Edge, 4 Plains, 5 Islands to complete the deck. And basically what you want to do is preferably you want to have a Stoneforge Mystic turn 2 to fetch into Sword of Feast and Famine or Lifestaff if you're playing against an aggro deck. And then on turn 3 you just hold some counter magic up, and at the end of your turn, at the end of their turn, you pop your equipment in with Stoneforge. Untap, equip, swing in, untap your lands, and you're pretty much gold from there. So I've had fun playing this deck so far. I'm really enjoying it. I had 4 Stoneforge Mystics sitting in my binder, and when I saw the deck played at Paris, I immediately jumped on it and said, hey, this probably should work for me. Up here at the sideboard we see we got 3 Oust, 3 Ratchet Bombs, Sun Titan. This card right here is just proxied right now. This should be sort of Body and Mind, which I don't own yet. I've been borrowing a friend's when I play in sanctioned events. But as soon as I get one, that's where that's going to be. We got 2 Baneslayer, 2 Flash Freeze, 3 Divine Offering. Divine Offering is pretty helpful because it can hit our Genom armor on Green-White Quest, or it can kill the swords equipped to your opponent if they're playing Boros or you're playing the Mirror. So that's a useful card. It was 2, I bumped it up to 3 because it's just really useful. Oust, the only thing I have Oust in here anymore for is basically Lotus Cobras and Fauna Shamans. Apart from that, I mean, I can hit a Vengevine, but it's not going to do me too much good. So that's what that's there for. Ratchet Bomb, I mean, this screws over Cold Author Red if you can play it turn 2. I mean, they're pretty heavy on playing 1-drops and 0-drops. So if you can blow this up, I mean, you just have to play it and tap it to sacrifice, and you wipe off those 3 goblins and their Memnites and all Mox Opals and everything. So that's really good. Sun Titan I put in for the mirror match or just other like control matchups. He recurs your Squadron Hawks and your Stoneforge Mystics. You can bring back Little Jace, bring back the sword or the life staff. So he's just really useful, and he recurs Tectonic Edge. So he fits pretty well in the deck. I'm really liking him so far. Body of Mind, just another sword, good way to mill people, get some wolf tokens out to block Baneslayer, obviously for the aggro matchup. Life gain's pretty important, and Kuldotha Red can beat you down in like 2 or 3 turns to within lightning bolt range. So if you want to be able to Day of Judgment and then drop this on turn 5, and if you can, and they don't have an active treason, you pretty much win the game. Flash Freeze just for the Valakut matchup. And I guess that's really all. If you guys have any questions about how to play the deck or anything like that, just go ahead and post it in the comment box below. If you like this deck, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe. If you want to see more deck techs, I'll probably have some friends doing some deck techs to put up if they're willing, so you can look forward to that. But I guess JaxxMTG, peace and out.